Hey there YouTube, this is Mr.Lubufu with another episode of my Fate Reforged complete set review. Again, the focus of this is almost strictly for sealed to help you guys rock the pre-release, so take that as you will. Anyway, this time we're going to be covering colorless, artifact, and land cards. So let's go ahead and start with Ugin, the Spirit Dragon, which is really good. In sealed especially, because you probably will hit 8 mana in this format. It seems like a very slow format, and I think if you ever get to cast him, I cannot see a way you lose that game. So congrats if you're able to cast him. Now we move on to artifacts. So we have Goblin Boom Keg. It's a 4 mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice it, and if it's put into a graveyard, it deals 3 damage. So it's a delayed lightning bolt of sorts. I think it's okay. Nothing too impressive. Hero's Blade. 2 mana. Equipped creature gets +3/+2 with equip cost 4. Since the equip cost is so high, I'm a little bit hesitant on it. I like my equipments to be cheap, like Bone Splitter, for example. But since you have whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield, you may attach it. But there's very few legendaries that are non-rare, so I'm not super impressed with it. Hued Stone Retainers is a 3 mana 4/4, which in this format is really good. You can only cast if you cast another spell, which is completely doable. So I think this guy's not quite on the Illusory Angel level, but still very good. 4 power and 4 toughness in this format is very good. Pilgrim of the Fires is a 6/4 with 4 strike and trample. In sealed, this guy seems like can do a lot of work. It seems really hard to kill in this format. So certainly played it. I would play 1 in sealed, maybe not much more if my curve allows for it. Scroll of the Masters is a 2 mana artifact. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a lore counter, and for 3 and a tap, target creature gets +1/+1 for each lore counter. This card seems like, in sealed specifically, can be very good. It's very slow, yes, but once you get a couple counters on it, combat's impossible for your opponent, because you're like, okay, attack with all my guys, maybe I get to cast another spell and then use it. Like, it seems very good if you're able to pull it off, so I would certainly play it and get a feel for it. And lastly, we have Ugin's Construct. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice a permanent that's 1 or more colors. Now, this guy's great if you have an empty board. He's not as good anytime else. A 4/5 body in this format is huge. It's so hard to deal with. So he might just be good enough that I'd consider playing him, because if you're able to cast him without having to sacrifice a permanent, he's all upside from there. And that's why we have lands, where if you played cons, you love the refuge lands. Crucible of the Spirit Dragon is probably not good enough, no matter how, like, you have to have so many dragons. Dismal Backwater, basic lands, blah, 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 blah. Nothing too impressive. And let's cover multicolored, because I almost forgot those. And let's start with a bomb rare, Atarka World Render. Flying, trample, and double strike of sorts for 7 mana. Slam this guy. Put him into play, and if your opponent doesn't have an answer, they're probably just dead. Cutting Strike is a very, very expensive card. It's 2 damage to a creature, 2 damage to a player, and draw a card for 5. And the 2 damage to a creature is oftentimes going to be just solid removal, but it's so expensive. I'm not sure what to think of it. Dramoka the Eternal, 5 mana, 5/5 dragon. Great. Insane. Whenever a dragon you control attacks, bolster 2. Okay. This guy's bonkers. Almost impossible to deal with. Another bomb rare. Ethereal Ambush is fine. It's 2 2/2s with flash for 5, which in this format seems like it's actually okay. Not insane, but playable. Grim Contest is very good. It basically becomes Hunt the Weak of sorts if you have big toughness creatures, and that's pretty good. I'm a huge fan of this card, especially if you're in green-black already. Harsh Sustenance seems like it's better in sealed than it is in limited, or in draft. Why do I keep saying that? And the effect is oftentimes powerful enough that even dealing 2 damage to a creature and gaining 2 life, it can be good enough. Be wary of responses, though. If they kill a creature, that X number goes down because it's set when it resolves, not when it's cast. Next, we have another bomb. Like, I should just say, all of the multicolored dragons are just insane. So just play all of them. They're all good. They're just all good. And lastly, we have War Flare, which I think is a very good common. It's good on offense. It's good on defense, and is a very good effect to have. So certainly be wary of it if your opponent's playing red-white, because you might just die, like in cons, for example, when they cast creatures you get +2/+1 and warriors gain lifelink. So yes, keep that in mind. Anyway, that's it for my complete set review. I hope you guys enjoy it. I want to wish you guys the best of luck at pre-release. I will be doing some sealed simulations later on this week, so be sure to check those out when they come out. Easiest way to do that is to subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.